Hi guys, welcome to Saltwater Saturday on Life of Gaz. This is where I aim to put a new sea fishing video on every Saturday at 5 PM. Hi guys, welcome to Life of Gaz, and today I'm fishing out here on the Gim Wall. Now, the weather really isn't the best, and I've just got some bait to use up, which is why I'm out. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get out when I dug the bait and the weather was good. I had something crop up which stood in the way of it. But nevertheless, I'm out today and I'm going to see what this sea can do. Now, it is easterly and it is pretty much flat calm, a little bit of a roller down there, but by the time there's 2 inches of water they're going to be gone. So hopefully the fish are still in the mood to feed, and hopefully I'm going to pull one over the wall. So to start with, I've got this little sandbank here. I'm about sort of just behind that wave which is just showing there, about sort of 15 yards out from the edge. And then the other one I just got punched out as far as I can, because if you have a look out here and I zoom in, you can see this still little section here and you can see the colour in it, and then it goes a bit darker. So I'm pretty sure I've got a fairly substantial gully that I can be firing into all through the tide here. So that's the first fish over the wall now, and unfortunately I've got to now unhook the little guy, and he's a little weaver. But you can see we've got these spines just up here, and there's also a venomous spine down here as well you've got to watch out for, because that one's got me before in the past as well. But what I'm going to do, considering I haven't got anything to hold this fish with, is have a go at getting him off the hook by holding on to the bottom lip just here, and hopefully I won't get stung. So guys, just going to talk to you guys a little bit about the floating attractor beads. I think they're absolutely devastating. I definitely seem to catch a lot of fish up on that top hook. And you can see down there, zoom in, you've got the floating attractor bead there. It's sort of moving independently of the line. And obviously what happens there is it brings the bait up into the water and it gives that bait a lot of movement. Now also, I don't know if we can pick it up on the camera, but down there I can see, there we go, I don't think it's quite picking up there where the weight is. It's just ahead of that floating attractor bead. I'll zoom right in on it. It's about here somewhere. But the other two baits I've got are sitting fairly still and fairly tight down on the bottom, whereas the floating attractor bead is giving that other bit of bait a lot of movement, and that seems to work quite well for me. Well, I've had two weavers so far, and they both obviously come on the flapper rig. I've got that in a little bit shorter, but on the other rod, I'm enjoying casting in this weather because it is just going a long way, but it's not doing anything. So what I'm going to do is break down that pennel pulley which I've got, and I'm going to break out another flapper rig. I'm going to just drop that in close as well, and see, because obviously that's the only place I'm getting any bites, see if there's anything other than weavers about. Hopefully may be able to pick something else up, although when you look at that sea, it does look doubtful that I'm going to pick up anything spectacular today. Well, there's a third weaver there, and unfortunately, unlike the second one, once I got it over the wall I couldn't shake this one off, so I think, looking at him, I'm going to have to lip him again, and just getting them by the bottom lip there just keeps you away from their spines, but I don't recommend you do this. I recommend you bring forceps and do it that way really, but I'm going to get this guy unhooked and send him back. So I'm just going to show you guys where the dangerous parts are. So with weavers, if you have a look at these guys, they've got these spines on the top which are venomous, and just pick them up there. They tend to sit up proud, and that's what the fish use to sort of really stop people standing on them. It doesn't work because they hide in the sand. And then that other spine, which is venomous as well, is that one just where this hook is, and that little spine there hurts just as much as them up there. I know, because I've been caught by both of them. So we've got that spine just here. Don't know if you guys can see it on the camera just there. Just sort of pull it out sideways, and then we've got the big spines at the top just there. So obviously I'm catching loads of these weavers. This is number 4 that I've had today. But I'll tell you a little bit about these fish in case anyone are interested, because they're actually quite a cool little fish. I just don't like catching them. Because if you look at the way their eyes are placed, these guys sit in the sand, and if anything was to come past them, that little black spine they got there actually protects them. But those upward facing eyes and that upward facing mouth is actually what these fish use when they're hunting. So as small animals come across the sand there, these guys spring up off the bottom and go and get them. So quite a cool little fish, but like I said, I just don't like catching them. Well, it was like I expected. Really, it didn't really do a lot, but I did catch some weavers, and hopefully you guys found some of my information about weaver fish interesting. But like I said, they're an interesting fish. I'm just not normally that fussed about catching them. Because if you get stung it hurts. But anyway, if you like this episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button down here. Check out my latest fishing video over here and my sea fishing playlist up top.